Do you need help actually choosing a formula for your baby? Have you researched for hours online? Have you stood in a formula aisle wondering what closest to breast milk or sensitive or organic formula you should choose for your baby? You are not alone. If you want somebody to just tell you where to start, that's what I'm here for. I'm Erin, I'm a pediatric nurse practitioner and an IBCLC. If you're wondering what the different formula types are, that's a standard formula or a goat or a sensitive or a gentle, I have a video breaking that all down that I will link below. Here's a 3-step framework that I use to help families choose the right formula for their baby. And if you want somebody to just tell you this is the right formula for your baby, or this is a formula that I would suggest, I have a free quiz that you can take that I will link in the description. In general, unless a baby has known digestive issues, I want you to start with a standard cow milk formula. That would be something like Similac 360, Enfamil NeuroPro, an Advantage. If you're doing generic, like the Kirkland brand, it would be just the standard formula that is designed to mimic the profile of breast milk. There might be ingredients that you want to have. There might be features that you want it to have. So you might really want a formula with prebiotics, or you may really want an all organic formula. That will kind of help narrow down the options. And then you don't have to worry about any of the gentle or sensitive or really any of the marketing claims. It's just the standard formulas. And know that generic formulas are nutritionally equivalent to their counterparts of formulas. So it's not like a name brand formula is better than a generic formula. All of the formulas on the market have been proven to support infant growth and development. They've gone through all the rigorous FDA testing. But what if your baby has digestive issues? So if your baby has digestive issues, you might want to start with more of a formula that has broken down proteins, or like a gentle formula. And then I want you to give it 5 to 7 days before you decide if it's working or not. I know this goes against the recommendation of giving it 2 weeks, but I see that babies will have some kind of incremental change in those first 5 to 7 days. Like, you should notice their symptoms getting a little bit better day by day, or at least by 5 to 7 days, there should be some improvement. If at any point you feel like it's getting worse or it's sort of staying the same, you might want to talk to your pediatric provider on if you need to go to a gentle formula or what formula is the next right option. Step 3, let's talk about how to switch and what to switch to. Let's start with the what to switch to first. So if your baby is not tolerating a standard cow milk formula, talk to your pediatric provider about trying a gentle formula. So I don't love sensitive formulas. The reason is because sensitive formulas usually don't break down the proteins. What they do is they take out the lactose. And most babies are not lactose intolerant. Most babies that are having issues with a standard formula are having issues with the proteins being intact. So I want a gentle formula which breaks down the proteins, making them easier for your baby to digest. There might be some weird digestive changes that happen with your baby when you start a gentle formula. So the higher percentage of whey, or when the proteins are broken down, digestion changes. So you can expect your baby to have greener poops. They might be a little bit smellier. The formula might smell a little bit different because when you're breaking down the proteins, it kind of has a bitter taste and kind of a bitter smell. So if your baby is on a formula that has 100% whey, which is good because that stays liquid in the digestive tract versus turning into curds. So if it has 100% whey and it's broken down, you can expect your baby to have some maybe green or maybe explosive or maybe very smelly poops. Most of the time, that is not a concern. When I would be concerned is if they have blood in the poop, if they're very, very mucousy. But if they're just green, explosive, or stinky, usually not a concern. So what gentle formula do you try? If you want one that has lactose as the carb source, you have 1.5 options. So Bobby Gentle has 100% broken down whey and has lactose as the carb source. One of the Good Start Dr. Brown's has some lactose in it, and the other gentle formulas remove lactose, which, as we said before, most babies are not lactose intolerant, though you might see some changes or some babies might benefit from that, especially if they were premature. Then there's Enfamil Gentilies that has some whey and some casein, and they're both broken down. And then there's the other options like Similac. It's not Pro Total Comfort anymore, but they just changed the name. It's like Pro Gentle Comfort. Something along the lines of that it has 100% broken down whey, and then removes lactose as the carb source. These are just off the top of my head, but use the quiz below, or you can go to the database and it'll tell you all the formulas that are gentle and information about each. If you give the formula a 5 to 7 day period, at any point your baby's symptoms get worse, I want you to talk to your pediatric provider. If at any point you notice that there's blood or even mucus in your baby's stool, I want you to talk to your pediatric provider. If at any point you would consider your baby's digestive symptoms not mild to moderate, but you're like, these are extreme or severe, talk to your baby's medical provider, because it might be time to think about starting on a hypoallergenic formula. How do you start your baby on a new formula? If the reason you're starting your baby on a new formula is because of digestive issues, I often recommend just going cold turkey. So that is just stopping the formula that's causing the issues and then starting a new formula the next bottle. The digestive system might take a little bit of time to adjust, but we don't want to keep giving the formula that's causing the issues or prolong the symptoms. If you need to do a more gradual change because your baby will not accept the formula, you might do something like 75% of the old formula and 25% of the new formula. And then the next day you do 50% of the old formula, 50% of the new formula, and then you gradually increase the amount of the new formula until you're on 100% of the new formula. Just know that this probably will prolong symptoms a little bit longer. I want to say something very important, and that is these formula feeding decisions can feel really heavy, especially if your baby is not tolerating a formula. All we want to do is have a healthy and thriving baby. And when our baby really struggles with gas or digestion issues, it really doesn't feel good. So make sure to use the resources that I'm linking below. That's the Formula Finder quiz, the baby feeding database, where we will go over all the different types of formula that are available in the US so you can make the right decision for your baby. And hopefully you find the right formula for your baby. Make sure to hit subscribe. Bye-bye.